your community. This is Chris 6 News in your neighborhood.
Alrighty, Coastal Bend, we got some more heat on the way. Feels like temperatures today in the upper 100s today, so another scorcher of a day for us here headed into the weekend, but we'll talk about the heat and the possible rain chances coming up next.
As the Nueces River continues to rise, officials are preparing for anyone who may need to evacuate. Coming up, I'll have the latest from George West.
Hundreds of animal shelters across the country are teaming up to help pets find loving homes. Coming up, more details on the Clear the Shelters campaign and meet a furry friend who will steal your heart. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday and welcome to Chris 6 Sunrise. Thank you so much for starting your day with us. I'm Michelle Hoffman. Brian Hoffman is off. Stephen Jones is off too, but we do have meteorologist Chris Malave with a look at your Friday forecast.
Hey everyone, I'm Chris 6 meteorologist Chris Malve here. Here are your weather headlines headed into the weekend. Today, high temperatures will be in the upper 90s, but by the time we get to around Sunday, even into Monday, those high temperatures here in Corpus Christi will be creeping around that 100-degree mark. Some of our inland communities today will be around 100 degrees. We're watching out for some possible rain chances associated with a very weak cold front and a little bit of extra moisture that could help fuel some storms by Sunday. Main thing keeping us dry, though, is this very oppressive area of high pressure. It's going to continue to shift a little bit more off towards the west, but we're still going to certainly be under this heat dome, so that will allow things to warm up and essentially keep us dry on the futurecast. Just a couple clouds rolling in off the sea breeze, but it's just going to be a very quiet weather pattern over the next couple of days here. So if you're going to be outdoors for your Friday, just make sure to put on the sunblock and just stay hydrated. Alrighty, Coastal Bend, here's what you need to know before you head out the doors this morning. Still seeing some stop and go traffic along Carroll Lane from SPID out towards Holly. The southbound lane is still closed, so if you're headed out there, make sure to give yourself, I think, good rule of thumb is at least maybe 20 minutes of extra travel time this morning. Also still seeing some slowing traffic along I-37, but by 6 a.m. I think we'll be able to clear out and we'll look pretty good for the rest of your morning commute.
We're keeping track of the major flood stage impacting Live Oak County. This is a bird's eye view of floodwaters flowing down the Nueces River towards us. George West resident Ryan Redding tells us he shot this drone video yesterday morning. This is the Nueces River near the community of Simmons City, and that's just south of Choke Canyon Reservoir. Here in this shot, you can see the Nueces has overflowed its banks and is causing flooding. Fortunately, this is a rural area with no nearby homes or communities.
The Nueces River continues to rise here in Live Oak County, and while officials are watching the water closely, they're also making sure that people have the resources they need if conditions take a turn. A disaster relief shelter is now open at George West Junior High. The shelter opened Wednesday afternoon and is operating around the clock. The Red Cross says people don't have to plan on staying overnight to ask for help. If someone needs a safe place to go, a meal, or emotional support in crisis counseling, volunteers say they don't want anyone to hesitate to reach out. The shelter is providing food, and officials say they'll continue adding cots as needed based on the number of people who arrive. People coming to the shelter are encouraged to bring identification, medications, phone chargers, and other personal essentials if they're available. If you have pets, there is also a separate climate-controlled building next to the main shelter for them. Make sure to bring your pet's medication, food, bowls, leashes, or a crate, and anything else they may need. And if you're driving, TxDOT says to never drive through flooded roadways, obey all road closure signs and barricades, and check road conditions before traveling. The Red Cross says if you need assistance, you can call 1-800-RED-CROSS and they will help you. Reporting from the Nueces River in George West, I'm Reagan Garvin, Chris 6 News.
Bob Hall Pier will be closed for several hours today because of some ongoing construction. The pier is closing from 7 this morning until 1 p.m. And during that time, a contractor will be pouring concrete walls for the new restaurant. And while that work is going on, there will be no public access to the entire pier. Caution tape and barricades will be in place to mark the no access areas. Beach visitors are asked to keep a safe distance from the work area.
I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Jacob Daniels, and they're called flock cameras, and they're mounted all across Corpus Christi, and some neighbors call them comfort, while others call them an invasion of privacy.
These are called automated license plate readers. They're mounted on poles at intersections and neighborhood entrances, and they turn on every time a car drives by, and the camera captures the plate, plus details like the car's make, model, and color. These cameras have made national headlines, so I went out and spoke with some neighbors to find out how they felt.
I feel like we should be able to travel around town, do what we want to do without being tracked or, data tracked or, any of that kind of nonsense.
Like I said, they're already located across Corpus Christi, in the shops at La Palmera, and even at the base of the causeway on Padre Island. Now the question is, who owns them, or better yet, who's using them? Well, I can start by saying who is not using them. CCPD says they don't own any of these cameras and don't have access at all. And they're actually owned by private businesses and other entities. However, just down the road in Robstown, police there say it's a different story after an arrest was made with the help of one of these cameras.
I know there's a nationwide controversy right now about flock cameras, but I can tell the public this: absent those cameras, this never would have happened. We would not have been able to catch this individual.
But not everyone is convinced that it's worth the trade-off.
It just seems like an overreach, in my opinion. I just don't understand how that's even allowed. I mean, it certainly seems like an invasion of our privacy.
Other neighbors disagree entirely.
I think it's really just for safety reasons, to be honest. I don't really think it's privacy or anything, to be honest.
Two neighbors, two very different takes on the same camera. I'll be sure to look deeper into the private companies that own these cameras and figure out how they're being used here in Corpus Christi.
Whether you think these cameras are for safety or an invasion of privacy is up to you, but we'll continue to monitor their purpose and get your thoughts about them. Reporting in the Bay Area, I'm Jacob Daniels, Chris 6 News.
Corpus Christi police arrested a man who they say rode a horse to an assault. Officers took 27-year-old DeAndre McGee into custody Wednesday during a traffic stop. Investigators say he attacked staff at a business with a rifle on Star Drive last Saturday. Police used a drone to help track him down, and officers later searched a home on Greenleaf Drive and found the rifle. McGee now faces multiple charges, including aggravated assault and drug possession. Texas is investing millions of dollars to train more emergency room doctors and nurses. Governor Greg Abbott announced nearly $6 million in grants for medical and nursing schools. The money will fund partnerships between hospitals and graduate programs across the state. The grants will support training in high-need areas like pediatric emergency medicine and surgical critical care. Officials hope this funding will make it easier for Texans to get life-saving care.
Now, the local events and fun things to do. It's Coastal Bend Weekend, sponsored by Corpus Christi Events Calendar.
From familiar favorites to fresh starts, this Coastal Bend weekend is stacked with ways to soak up the last splash of summer. Here's a look at what's happening in your neighborhood. If you're looking for a happy hour that does a whole lot of good, raise a glass and raise support at Politics, Spirits, and Games' 10th annual back-to-school supply drive. The event benefits Casa of the Coastal Bend, helping children and teens in foster care head into the new school year with confidence. Organizers are aiming to raise $8,000 and collect much-needed donations. They're looking for gift cards, socks, toiletries, and school supplies. The supply drive is Saturday from 2 to 6 p.m.
p.m. Want to keep the good vibes rolling Saturday night? Rock out for a great cause at Walking into Inclusion's annual Rockin' for Supplies at the House of Rock. The show helps put school supplies into the hands of students across the Coastal Bend with performances by Raw and Neapolitan. Admission is your ticket to giving back or bring school supplies and help make some noise for a great cause. If you're down to trade the snooze button for running shoes, head to the 5th annual Summer Sun Fun Run 5K. It kicks off Saturday morning at Lazy Beach Brewing starting at 7 a.m. Kids 12 and under race free, and every registration and donation supports the Alzheimer's Association. If your weekend plans involve rods instead, the Hook'em and Book'em fishing tournament is happening at the landing on Laguna Shores Road. The captain's meeting is tonight from 5 to 10 p.m. Boats launch Saturday at 6:20 a.m. and weigh-in runs from 2 to 4 p.m. Hook a big one and you might just reel in some extra cash.
For more details on events happening in your neighborhood, make sure you go to our website. And if you have an upcoming event, send us a message. You might just see it featured right here.
Watching Chris 6, a part of the Scripps News Group.
Taking a look outside over SPID on our Skycam, things are relatively quiet weather-wise and even traffic-wise right now as well, and we're going to be staying that way throughout the next couple of hours. So let's take you on that roller coaster of temperatures. By the later morning hours, still in the lower 80s around 8 a.m., but we're going to continue to kind of ride that lift hill as we get to 88 degrees by 10 a.m. Noon hour already in the 90s, and I think we'll be able to hit around 98 degrees today for that high temperature. Heat risk for today mostly in the moderate to major category, but by Saturday a lot of us will experience more of that major heat risk in the coastal bend. Sunday we'll see a little bit more of an opportunity for a couple of isolated showers, so I think that heat risk will come down or dial back a little bit here. But if anything, the feels like temperatures are still going to be roasting out there. It's going to feel like the upper 100s to your body today for most of us here in the coastal bend. And if you're headed out on the waters today, should be pretty good out there. Just that light chop, pretty warm water temperatures as well. And of course, you'll feel the sea breeze being right at the water. But of course, remember the sunscreen. Been saying this a lot over the past couple of days here. Again, we're just back in the extreme UV category and a burn time of only 15 minutes. So make sure that you're not just applying sunscreen once. You're going to have to reapply it throughout the day to make sure that you don't get a nasty looking sunburn. Because trust me, I want the tan, but I don't want to deal with the sunburn. But temperatures over the next couple days will be on the rise headed into Sunday, where we could see 100 degrees here in Corpus Christi. But headed into next week, we're still going to be stuck in the middle to upper 90s for the most part. And after Sunday, rain chances still remain quite low.
Folks, Clear the Shelters is starting Saturday, August 1st. It's a month-wide campaign to help find forever homes for some cats and dogs at our local shelters. Now, to talk about that, we have Jackie from the Gulf Coast Humane Society. First of all, Jackie, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to come and talk about the program.
Yeah, well, you know what? This is a nationwide campaign. How are you guys participating this year?
Yeah, so in addition to, of course, showcasing all of our adoptable pets with Channel 6, we are going to be doing some really great adoption promotions this month to really help clear the shelters and find these fur babies a great forever home.
Exactly. No, that's so awesome. I know we have a goal that we try to meet every single year. Can you tell us about the goal this year, and how realistic is that goal?
Yeah, so our goal is to adopt 200 pets during the month of August. Now, we have done this before, but like I was saying earlier, it's been since January of 2025 that we have been waiting to get back up to that 200 mark. So that would be an amazing number for us to really make sure that not only are we placing the animals that are currently in our care, but of course, this also makes space for us to save more animals that need our help.
Now I got to address the elephant in the room, or should I say dog in the room. We have a little friend with us, Whoopi, right? Can you tell us about her?
Yeah, I love Whoopi. She's one of my favorite dogs right now. She is a 6-year-old terrier mix. She's great with other dogs, she's great with kids, and she's definitely a staff favorite. Even at 6 years old, she loves to play and run around with the kids. And so, of course, we always recommend that you bring the whole family in when you come and do a meet and greet, just to make sure that everybody's going to get along and make sure that it's a good fit for everybody.
Now, it would be awesome to bring a lovely little fur baby home, right? But sometimes doing that isn't for everybody, but there are always ways to support animals, correct?
Of course, yeah. Not only can you volunteer your time by coming into the shelter, helping with walking animals like Whoopi here, but you can also make a donation, which goes towards the care for all of our pets, especially our medical cases. You know, we take in a lot of animals from other local shelters that need extra assistance, whether it be medically or behaviorally, and your donations really support our efforts there.
Exactly. Well, I'm so excited for this campaign and really appreciate you taking the time to talk with us about it. Now, before we go, can you remind folks at home, how can they learn more?
Yeah, if you want to learn more about Gulf Coast Humane Society, if you want to see Whoopi or any of her other friends that are available for adoption, you can visit us online at gchscc.org.
Well, once again, thank you so much, Jackie. And again, folks, Clear the Shelter campaign will run from August 1st all the way until the end of the month.
Watching Chris 6, a part of the Scripps News Group.
Checking off items on your grocery list continues to pack a punch to your wallet. So in today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither talks to a registered dietitian about how to get the most nutritional bang for your buck.
It's one of the pillars of health. Good nutrition gives your body what it needs to be its best. But grocery store sticker shock can stunt your goals.
Food is medicine, in my opinion.
Registered dietitian Julia Zumpano with Cleveland Clinic says even when food prices soar, planning out purchases and only buying what you plan to consume will reduce food waste and save money.
Include some of those heavier priced items amongst many lower priced items.
Zumpano says to start by filling your cart with produce. If you can afford fresh fruits and veggies, great. If not, that's okay.
Ways to help cut the cost of those would be buying seasonally, buying locally, or buying in bulk. And then lastly, buying frozen or canned, depending on your budget.
Next, focus on lean proteins. While meats like grass-fed beef will cost you, other inexpensive options include fresh or canned fish like sardines, or go plant-based. Lentils, legumes, dried peas, and beans are all good sources of plant protein.
Nuts and seeds are a great source of plant protein as well as healthy fat.
Finally, include complex carbohydrates on your grocery list. Brown rice, oats, even whole grain flour if you'd like to make your bread at home. Zumpano says it'll be more nutrient dense compared to what you'd find on the bread aisle.
For you to feel your prime, at your prime, eating good, nutritious food is essential.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Watching Chris 6, a part of the Scripps News Group. Now, say hello to your neighbors. This is your Chris 6 News Sunrise Shoutouts.
Good morning, Chris Sunrise team. I'm Jesse Gilbert with the Texas State Aquarium here in Corpus Christi, Texas. Wanted to wish you a happy Shark Week, a good morning, and a great rest of your week.
And again, that was Jesse Gilbert with the Texas State Aquarium. Happy Shark Week and happy Friday. We hope you have a wonderful day as well. And folks, if you want to send us your own shout out video, all you have to do is scan the QR code on your screen or head to our website, christv.com. Students and families of Corpus Christi Independent School District are getting ready to celebrate the start of a new school year. La Palmera Mall will be the site of a back-to-school event. It's this Saturday, August 1st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. You can enjoy live student performances and meet your favorite mascots. It's also a chance to learn more about CCISD programs. CCISD's first day of school is August 11th.
The 101st Pony Swim underway in Virginia. People braving the rain and the mud to watch. The famed ponies swim from Assateague Island to Chincoteague Island. The ponies are then sold to help keep the island's herd numbers in check. All the money goes to the town's volunteer fire department.
To your community. This is Chris 6 News. In your neighborhood.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday and welcome to Chris 6 Sunrise. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Michelle Hoffman.
Good morning, Coastal Bend, and happy Friday. I'm Chris 6 meteorologist Chris Malva here. We got a lot more heat and humidity in the forecast. Pretty much a rinse and repeat for the past couple days here as we've just been caught under this oppressive heat dome here in South Texas. 98 is going to be that forecasted high temp today. We'll have a nice little sea breeze to help us out, around 15 to 25 miles an hour out of the south-southeast. But headed through the next couple of hours, temperatures already reaching the middle 80s. But by the time we get to that lunchtime hour, we're going to be already in the low to middle 90s, and we're going to just continue to climb from there. But let's see how that pans out on Futurecast. Well, just going to have a couple clouds out there. If we do see any sprinkles of showers, it would be along the sea breeze, but I'm not expecting anything in the way of rain today. But when it comes to Sunday, I think we could see a little bit more rain action. That's due to this stationary boundary that's going to try to work its way into the coastal bend and will increase moisture and a little bit of our rain chances on Sunday. Here's your Friday morning traffic. Still seeing some road work being done along I-37, so make sure to give yourself a little bit of extra time on the roads this morning. But I think by around 6 o'clock we'll see a little bit less volume or anything that will really cause any major slowdowns there, but also still have a little bit of slowing traffic along Yorktown Boulevard and Mudbridge, and that did start earlier this week. But again, just give yourself a couple extra minutes. But otherwise, we're looking pretty good out there for your commute this morning.
City Council approved the $8 increase in the beach parking permit. The increase is projected to generate an additional $1.1 million in revenue. I'm Jada Strayer, and I'm asking beachgoers what they would like to see with that money.
If the state gives final approval, the annual beach parking permit would increase from $12 to $20. Beachgoers say if they're paying more, they want to see those dollars put back into the beach.
I'd like to see upgraded restrooms across beaches, and I love public shaded areas that the public can use.
Alex wasn't alone. Many of the beachgoers I spoke with said they'd like to see more than just portable toilets. They want permanent restrooms, additional showers, changing tables for families, and more shaded areas.
A wheelchair accessible ramp that actually goes from the seawall parking lot area down into the beach area. The water should be accessible to everyone, and everyone should be able to enjoy the beach.
While better facilities were a common request, some beachgoers say they'd also like to see improvements that make the beach more accessible and convenient for everyone.
I would love to see more beach showers. There's only one up here on JP Luby, and there's about 200 cars I can see right now. So as you can imagine, that shower gets pretty backed up on your way out. So a few more of those would do all of us pretty well, keeping the sand out of our cars.
He also suggested an improvement aimed at protecting the cars that drive on the beach.
I think a great addition to the beach would be like an undercarriage rinsing strip, so you can get a freshwater rinse on your car on your way out. It'd be a great addition, and it would help maintain the value of your car.
The state still has the final say on the parking permit increase, but beachgoers have great ideas for where that money could go. Reporting from the island, I'm Jada Strayer, Chris 6 News.
Hundreds of golfers from across the country are right here in Corpus Christi taking to the greens. The National Pan American Golfing Association is having its annual convention this year. It's dedicated to promoting golf and fostering excellence among amateur and professional golfers. The highlight of their convention is a golf tournament. It's being played at Gabe Lozano, Oso River Hills, and North Shore golf courses.
So far, it's been a great turnout. We have over 400 golfers here playing. We we have like about 110 playing at Gabe Lozano today. But no, so far the turnout's been well and well received, and everybody seems to be having a good time.
The junior tournament wrapped up Wednesday. The ladies and men's tournament ends today. And by the way, this year's convention also marks the 75th anniversary of the Corpus Christi chapter of the Pan American Golf Association.
Christie sang a World Cup auction brought in more than $500,000 for charity. Items included the sneakers that Justin Bieber wore during his halftime performance, went for more than $26,000. A Lionel Messi jersey sold for more than $60,000. Proceeds from the One Goal auction event go to the FIFA Global Citizen Education Fund.
Sponsored by Ewald Kubota.
For months, I've been telling you how the north side is changing. And now, with the Harbor Bridge Park project about 50% complete, I'm Jada Jenkins, and I'm back with how residents are feeling.
As the Nueces River continues to rise, officials are preparing for anyone who may need to evacuate. Coming up, I'll have the latest from George West.
Hey everyone, I'm Larissa Liska. One of our Chris Super 6 Showcase receivers has some moves to back up his skills. Meet the Orange Grove senior in sports.
Hey there, I'm Chris 6 meteorologist Chris Malve. We've been watching flooding along the Nueces River for the past week or two now. I'm just wanting to give you guys an update on how we're doing right now. So we're going to try to zoom in closer onto some of your neighborhoods, especially this is out towards Live Oak County. So we're going to take a closer look now over by Three Rivers. Now, basically all of these areas in pink, this is basically what we are forecasting for in terms of flooding over the next 5 days or so. So if you live out in the Three Rivers area, I don't think at least a lot of the residential areas will be impacted as much. I do think though you could see some flooded roadways, so make sure to be mindful of that if you're going to be traveling in and around the Three Rivers area. I think a lot of that flooding is going to be outside of town, but we're going to continue to shift things on over towards George West here, and there we go. Now, I think over here is where we might see a little bit more flooding in some subdivisions, especially along the northeast side of town. So that's something definitely to be aware of over the next couple days as the Nueces River continues to rise. And as of yesterday, it was in fact able to hit that major flood stage. Now, it's still going to take a couple of days for some of this water to continue to kind of trickle on down into Lake Corpus Christi. And we've been seeing those lake levels on the rise over the last few days or so. But here's just an update on the river gauge. You can see, like I said before, we are now in that major flood stage, currently at 37.45 feet, and we're forecast to crest at around 39.2 feet. That's around later today, or even into Saturday. So we haven't hit the crest yet, but we're still going to see those levels on the rise over the next few days. But in the meantime, we're going to be really hot here for most of the coastal bend.
The Nueces River continues to rise here in Live Oak County, and while officials are watching the water closely, they're also making sure that people have the resources they need if conditions take a turn. A disaster relief shelter is now open at George West Junior High. The shelter opened Wednesday afternoon and is operating around the clock. The Red Cross says people don't have to plan on staying overnight to ask for help. If someone needs a safe place to go, a meal, or emotional support and crisis counseling, volunteers say they don't want anyone to hesitate to reach out.
The shelter is providing food, and officials say they'll continue adding cots as needed based on the number of people who arrive. People coming to the shelter are encouraged to bring identification, medications, phone chargers, and other personal essentials if they're available. If you have pets, there is also a separate climate-controlled building next to the main shelter for them. Make sure to bring your pet's medication, food, bowls, leashes, or a crate, and anything else they may need. And if you're driving, TxDOT says to never drive through flooded roadways, obey all road closure signs and barricades, and check road conditions before traveling.
The Red Cross says if you need assistance, you can call 1-800-RED-CROSS and they will help you. Reporting from the Nueces River and George West, I'm Reagan Garvin, Chris 6 News.
I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Jacob Daniels, and they're called flock cameras, and they're mounted all across Corpus Christi, and some neighbors call them comfort, while others call them an invasion of privacy.
These are called automated license plate readers. They're mounted on poles at intersections and neighborhood entrances, and they turn on every time a car drives by, and the camera captures the plate, plus details like the car's make, model, and color. These cameras have made national headlines, so I went out and spoke with some neighbors to find out how they felt.
I feel like we should be able to travel around town, do what we want to do without being tracked or, data tracked or, any of that kind of nonsense.
Like I said, they're already located across Corpus Christi, in the shops at La Palmera, and even at the base of the causeway on Padre Island. Now the question is, who owns them, or better yet, who's using them? Well, I can start by saying who is not using them. CCPD says they don't own any of these cameras and don't have access at all. And they're actually owned by private businesses and other entities. However, just down the road in Robstown, police there say it's a different story after an arrest was made with the help of one of these cameras.
I know there's a nationwide controversy right now about flock cameras, but I can tell the public this: absent those cameras, this never would have happened. We would not have been able to catch this individual.
But not everyone is convinced that it's worth the trade-off.
It just seems like an overreach, in my opinion. I just don't understand how that's even allowed. I mean, it certainly seems like an invasion of our privacy.
Other neighbors disagree entirely.
I think it's really just for safety reasons, to be honest. I don't really think it's privacy or anything, to be honest.
Two neighbors, two very different takes on the same camera. I'll be sure to look deeper into the private companies that own these cameras and figure out how they're being used here in Corpus Christi.
Whether you think these cameras are for safety or an invasion of privacy is up to you, but we'll continue to monitor their purpose and get your thoughts about them. Reporting in the Bay Area, I'm Jacob Daniels, Chris 6 News.
Now behind me, you'll see two very different parts of Northside history, where you have the Harbor Bridge and the construction of these brand new parks. I'm Jada Jenkins, where I take a look at this historic neighborhood and talk to residents about how this neighborhood has changed and what they say still needs to happen.
When the city announced a $30 million investment into new Harbor Bridge parks, the Northside had mixed reactions.
I say you just can't make one thing and think that it's going to just satisfy all.
Others saw it as a step in the right direction.
Embrace the change, for the future.
Now, with construction about half complete, I came back to see how those conversations have changed. And from the front steps of St. Paul United Methodist Church, you can see the Northside's past, present, and future. The church Pastor Mike Bell grew up in, the new Harbor Bridge, and a park still under construction. So you've been gone for 25 years. What were you expecting when you came back?
I'm overjoyed that right in front of the church, they're building one of the parks that the city is working on.
For Pastor Bell, this has never just been about a new park. He showed me old photographs of the Northside and told me history, like the office of one of Corpus Christi's first black dentists. He says those memories is why he wants to see the entire neighborhood continue to grow.
With the streets are bad, and so the city needs to do something about that. And then all of the vacant houses.
And as I drove through the neighborhood, it didn't take long to see what he was talking about.
Just get a fresh start. To get rid of some of the eyesores and some of the things that are dangerous for the people who are trying to live there.
The city says it spent time gathering community feedback before construction began. That input helped shape the parks, including new lighting, sidewalks, crosswalks, and trails.
I'm glad they're starting, but now it needs to be a full court press.
Officials say the park should be completed by December 2026.
Parks and Recreation say construction is moving along as planned, and the people I spoke with say they do see the progress, but they hope that same investment continues throughout the neighborhood. On the north side, I'm Jada Jenkins with Chris 6 News.
Bob Hall Pier will be closed for several hours today because of some ongoing construction. The pier is closing from 7 this morning until 1 p.m. And during that time, a contractor will be pouring concrete walls for the new restaurant. And while that work is going on, there will be no public access to the entire pier. Caution tape and barricades will be in place to mark the no access areas. Beach visitors are asked to keep a safe distance from the work area. One person is dead after an apartment fire in Beeville. Wednesday night, Beeville police responded to a report of smoke coming from an apartment complex, and after helping evacuate residents, officers began searching the apartment units. They found an unconscious man in one of the apartments and immediately began life-saving efforts. The man was later pronounced dead. Police say no foul play is expected at this time, but the investigation continues.
From end of summer clearance sales to early fall sales and, of course, back to school clothing deals, August is packed with ways to stretch your budget. The back to school sales are on.
Markers, binders.
With deep discounts on supplies and clothing at Walmart, Target, and Kohl's.
Prices are so great.
And don't forget the outlets.
I think you find some great deals here.
If you don't have students in school, shoppers can still take advantage of back-to-school sales by stocking up on paper, pens, and other home office supplies.
Things to kind of help keep yourself organized for the year. So this would be looking at places like Staples, Office Max, Office Depot.
Stephanie Carls with Retail Me Not says keep electronics in mind, too. Computers and tablets are often included in back-to-school deals and tax-free holidays. Other savings in August, summer clothing, sneakers and summer shoes, and sporting goods. Plus, sales continue on outdoor gear like patio furniture and grills.
All this is in stock.
John Kathman of the furniture store Watson's says if high prices kept you away earlier this year, now is the time to buy.
This particular one, was $11.9, now it's $74.99.
But the longer you can wait, the lower the prices will be.
You're going to see some of those best deals as the summer is ending, so even around Labor Day.
So if you have kids like Regina Taylor,
kindergarten, 11th grade, they'll be ready.
August deals can really help your wallet so you don't waste your money. John Matteries, Scripps News Group.
Now, Chris 6's Super 6 Showcase, sponsored by Ramco Mechanical Air Conditioning and Heating.
Hey everyone, I'm Larissa Liska in Orange Grove. One senior receiver led the Bulldogs in reception yards and reception touchdowns as a junior last season. That's why Daniel Martinez has been named to our Chris Super 6 Showcase.
Being able to go out on the field even when we're down and make great plays and just show the team that we still got this.
Martinez led by example last fall. He gave Orange Grove 823 reception yards on 41 catches and 7 touchdowns. However, receiver is not where he started his youth football career.
Wow, my gosh!
Great catch.
He was behind the defender. He saw the ball the whole way.
At first, I used to start as a lineman, and then I went to a running back, and then Hughes was my quarterback.
Ready, set, hut.
Martinez has lots of experience and chemistry with Hughes Klott, which makes Klott's job easier.
He helps a lot because, in open field, he's really good, and he can do it all.
Martinez is great in open field, able to juke past anyone. He's also a versatile player, punting for the Bulldogs and more.
Last year we went through a ton of injuries. He had to play corner for us, and it was one of our best corners.
Martinez is solid on the football field, but baseball is his passion.
Just his ability to track a ball. If you watch him on the baseball field, there's been some hits that you think are in the gap or over his head, and he's gonna flip his hips and run and go get it.
Martinez almost did not even play football, but head coach Jared Johnson convinced him to play both sports.
So I gave him a big old hug. I said, all I've heard about is you, and we talk. And I say, look, you don't know me. Let me explain to you what I want, like my vision for everything.
Martinez is athletic, but more importantly, he is a good student. The senior has a 3.8 GPA. Last year, Orange Grove finished the season 9-3, advancing to the second round of playoffs. Valuable experience that the squad carries over to this fall.
We're all young and we have the experience playing up with the older guys, and we all played together when we were young. So that's just going to be great for us.
The Chris Super 6 Showcase features Martinez alongside Carroll Stephen McChester, Kings Damon Smith, Flower Bluffs Ransom Watson, and Three Rivers Ethan Kahn. Watch the showcase on August 20th at 6:30 p.m. on Chris 6. Orange Grove kicks off the season on the road at London on Friday, August 28th at 7:30 p.m. We wish the Bulldogs the best of luck. I'm Larissa Liska, Chris 6 Sports.
NFL wide receiver Deebo Samuel is heading back to familiar territory. According to NFL's Ian Rappaport, Samuel just signed a one-year deal to return to the San Francisco 49ers. This comes at a time where help in that wide receiver room is much needed. On the opening day of training camp, new signee and Texas A&M alum Christian Kirk injured his calf. Wide receiver Ricky Pearsall is also dealing with a knee injury. Samuel spent last season with the Washington Commanders. The deal is worth $7 million. Former UFC light heavyweight championship contender and Corpus Christi native Anthony Smith is now facing 3 felony charges in the state of Nebraska. Smith was released from custody on Wednesday morning on a $500,000 bond. Smith faces charges of terroristic threats, first-degree false imprisonment, and domestic violence. According to Yahoo Sports, Smith forced his wife into the car and threatened to run her over with his car after she was able to exit the vehicle on their way home from a bar. Smith retired from the UFC in 2025, and at the tail end of his career and most recently, he served as an analyst for the UFC. Things are heating up for the American League West as the Houston Astros and Texas Rangers are now tied for the division. And guess what? They start a 3-game series against each other today. We're more than halfway through the MLB season, so from now on, every win matters when it comes to a division title. The first game of the series starts at 7:15 with games 2 and 3 taking place on Saturday and Sunday. All 3 games will be played from Daikin Park in Houston.
Now, 6 things to know before you go.
A road project will soon change your commute in Annaville. Crews will close a section of Starlight Lane starting on Friday. Workers are adding new concrete, sidewalks, and streetlights. Detour signs will guide you around the work zone, and the project is expected to last through January. 2 Corpus Christi Middle School students will have new leaders this fall. Rachel Nefrup is the new principal at Baker Middle School. Danny Noyola Jr. is taking over at Cunningham Middle School, and the district plans to name a new principal for Veterans Memorial High School soon. A new report reveals an engine issue caused a plane crash that severely burned 2 men in April. The flight instructor, Cole Hone, pulled his student from a burning plane. He suffered burns on over 75% of his body. His father says he remains in the ICU after his 32nd surgery. The student pilot is out of the hospital and recovering. A new 7-Eleven store is coming to the city's west side. Construction is already underway at the corner of Agnes and Hindson Road. A contractor says the store will feature pumping stations for large commercial trucks. The City Planning Commission approved the project earlier this month, but there's no word yet on when the store will open. Corpus Christi Animal Care Services is waiving adoption fees for cats and dogs. The free adoption runs through August 16th. The Bissell Pet Foundation is covering the cost for the Empty the Shelters event, and you could visit the shelter on Holly Road to find a new pet. And speaking of dogs, it's time to celebrate the mixed breed dogs of the world. Today is National Mutt Day. The holiday raises awareness for mixed breeds living in shelters. Millions of smart and healthy mutts are waiting for a forever home, and you can celebrate by adopting a new dog today. And those are the 6 things you need to know.
Alrighty, Coastal Bend, here's your dog walk forecast for the day. We have Nugget and Stella, the stars of the show today from Nueces County. If you're heading out this morning, I think the best time to walk the dogs is going to be between 7 and 10 a.m., where temperatures will still be around the basically either side 80 degrees. After that, it's going to be really hot and probably uncomfortable for your pups. But let's check in one last time here on that full 7-day forecast, reaching near 100 degrees on Sunday, and we're keeping that heat in the forecast through next week.